What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Riding Dad channel. If you do know who I am, thank you for stopping by again. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris. This is my 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S, and today I'm going to tell you why you should not purchase this alloy art mid-control linkage if you have an M8 Softail.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding down a
So it feels like just yesterday I was filming the install of this mid-control linkage by Alloy Art, and initially my opinion of it was pretty high. You could tell it's definitely made very well. The part itself, no issues with that. It's a very good, well done part, and it's very smooth for those joints to move around with each other. And off the bike, I think it actually looks pretty good. This is a $100 part. And again, if you have an M8 Softail, there is not necessarily anything wrong with the stock linkage that comes on the bike for mid controls. This was mostly a cosmetic upgrade for me, and I figured there'd be possible performance upgrades in the future, like durability and stuff. But again, mostly cosmetic, just a little bit of customization. For me, $100 is right around that price range where it's like, okay, that's kind of my threshold between cosmetic upgrades and not. And this was a waste of money. So there's a few reasons why this was a waste of money, in my opinion. One, again, performance, durability wise, you're not really going to gain anything from this. That smoothness in the joints, you really don't feel, at least to me, I don't feel when I'm actually shifting. It doesn't have like any perceived smoothness or just like enhanced feeling to click in and out of gears. The other thing is the ARP, while ARP is very good, the way that you get to these ARP bolts, the primary case is in the way. So to install this sucker is a gigantic pain in the rear end. So again, the benefits have to really be good for me to recommend this. The worst thing about this, in my opinion, is actually, there's two things that, in my opinion, tie for worst. One is going to be the length of it. So yes, obviously it works because I've ridden the bike with this on. However, it's marketed for mostly Dynas. I believe some Touring, I can't remember, but it's not marketed for an M8 Softail. I contacted Speed Kings and I said, hey, you have this on your M8 Softail drop-down menu, but the description says not good for it. And they said, yeah, it'll fit. And it does fit. Again, there is nothing holding this back from working. However, because it is so much longer than the stock one, you lose almost all of your adjustability, which really kind of sucks if you're someone like me that is real kind of picky and has some maybe thicker riding boots or shoes that they use and really wants to fine tune this, because you lose most of your fine tunability with this. And this kind of wraps into the other one, so I'm going to try not to get ahead of myself here, but because this is so much longer, when you do install it, you have almost no room to extend it a little bit farther out. So basically whatever you have is pretty much what you're stuck with. You cannot extend it out, which is the whole purpose of this link being the design that it is and adjustable, is to be able to fine tune the adjustability, because here you have large movements and here you have small movements. This kind of segues into my next, my tying of the two top worst things about this. And the other thing is going to be the way to adjust it just kind of sucks. You see, it's got all this fancy stuff that looks like it would be easy to put a wrench on and just adjust, but both sides turn the exact same way. So if you're going to adjust this, you're going to kick one in and one out. So either the right's going to extend or the left's going to extend, and that's because they're threaded the exact same way. So while this is on, you cannot adjust it at all. You can just change how far this centerpiece sits to the left or the right, which doesn't matter at all. To actually adjust this, you have to take one of the ARP bolts off and actually disassemble half of it from the shift linkage and turn the end of it in or out. And again, like I said, these ARP bolts sit pretty much right where your primary bolts are, and it's a gigantic pain in the rear end to move this and take it off and fine tune it, and you don't have that much fine tunability either. Actually, the first time I installed this on camera, I thought I was going to be fine because there was a little bit of movement, and I went and took it out, and it was just a hair shy of being able to go all the way down and click into gear because this front arm actually hit the front of the primary casing. So I had to take it off and basically shorten it all the way and adjust this piece. My other gripe with this is, and this is subjective, I just think this is ugly. This black would be fine if all of it was black, but having this one shiny black in a field of matte black for me and wrinkle black, and then having the stainless bolts for the ARP, and then the stainless ends of this and the nuts and everything on here just does not look good to me. I think this is honestly one of the most ugly pieces I've put on my bike, unfortunately. And again, completely subjective. You might look at this and think it looks amazing, but there is a quick fix to get this to look a little bit better, and that is to buy a different shift linkage. Unfortunately and fortunately, depending on how you look at it, one of my subscribers commented and said, hey, I know the issues with that. I have a different one I use, and he actually sent me the link to it, and I was sold. They're Greene Brothers. Their shipping is very delayed right now. I purchased it literally the day after I installed, or the day after my video dropped for this, I purchased the Greene Brothers. So it's been, I think, about 2 weeks now, somewhere around there. It should have been here last night. This video should have been an install video, but the United States Postal Service thinks my mail delivery is a joke. And today, the 22nd, says it still should be delivered as of the 21st by 8 o'clock, and it left the distribution center en route to destination at 10 o'clock in the morning. So between 10 o'clock yesterday and today, nobody has any idea where my package is. So the Greene Brothers fixes everything I just griped about. I believe it's shorter because it's a direct replacement for the M8 platform, so stay tuned for the next install video for that to see if it actually is. Again, I don't have it physically in person because USPS sucks, but it should be a little bit shorter, which should fix that fine tunability. It has different threads on both sides, which means when you turn this middle piece, you can adjust the total length instead of having to take one of the bolts off. It still has ARP bolts. The ends and the bolts are all black to go along with the entire piece, which should tie the whole build together very nicely, and this whole part should actually look pretty good meshing with all the black. If you're unfamiliar with Greene Brothers, don't feel bad, because I am too. I would have never heard about them until this guy commented on my video and let me know about them. Their stuff looks very good reviews. It's a very small company. They only make very limited amount of parts for limited amount of bikes. And lucky enough, they do, again, like I said, they do have an M8 specific shift linkage for this. So in a nutshell, would I buy this again? 100% no. I would not recommend you buy this if you have an M8 Softail. Now, if you have a Dyna and you like the color scheme of this and how the design looks, then maybe buy it. However, I would encourage you just to get maybe the Greene Brothers. I can't 100% endorse it yet because I don't have it. So if you're wanting to see that Greene Brothers shift linkage install and some other videos I got going on, please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, basically me telling you that I wasted $100 and not to buy this, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. Comment, again, subscribe, check out my Instagram channel and all that jazz. Audio should be a little bit better. I finally figured out my mic situation, and I might be getting a new bike soon. So please, all of that is to come. Hit the subscribe, like, share, show your friends. Until next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.